Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and start over here. Call this ignore. Low chance. Medium chance. Actually, I'm just gonna call it, if they were doing chance, I'm gonna call this no chance. And high chance. And actually, you know, we'll go one more. And what should we call it? Definitely chance. Let's see. I don't know why my mic is so bad at picking me up. Let's see. Is this better? Can you hear me well? There we go. The other one's called no. I guess this one should just be called yes chance. Yes chance, or you're in. Or actually, you know, what should we call it? Why am I already struggling? Just started. I'm gonna call it most chance, I guess. Well, you're in. Okay. Let's go ahead and color code these. Wow, when it's stretched out like this, where's my colors? There we go. Gonna drop it down from the bar. Nope, that made it worse. Here we go. Fill color. We'll go with purple. Hello, I can't see. Yeah, purple, and then this one, no chance, we will go red. This one, we will go yellow. This one here, we will go green. And the final one will be blue. Alright, cool. So we have these. Next we just have the monsters to do. Let's go ahead and how should I organize these? I think what I need to do is color code the factions of monsters, because we'll have Godzilla, Kong, Gamera, and then so on and so forth. Let's go ahead and nah, I don't want to color code them. Let's go ahead and just start over here. Let's get this rolling. I'm gonna call this similarities / crossover. Okay, and then here we're gonna name this Godzilla profile. Next one will be Kong profile. Rename. Gamera profile. Ultraman profile. Oh, you know what? I could have. Oh well, it's fine. We'll do it anyway. Then we have. His name is Gorgo, right? Let's see. Where are you? Yeah, it is Gorgo. Okay. Your name, Gorgo. Profile. This one is gonna have the most like customization because it has just one film and it's a solo. And then we are going to do Zone Fighter next. And Spectrum Man. I'm adding these ones just because I think it would be really fun to play with them. Because they're all their famous, like, kaiju. Okay, let's go ahead and start with, I guess we'll start with Godzilla. Okay, let's call this key features. Yeah, for all of them. Alright, let's go ahead and start with you. Alright, so Godzilla's main deal is radiation mutation, I guess. Because in the original, that's how it goes. So, a natural monster that was mutated by radiation. Okay. Mutated by radiation. One thing, honestly, I think what we should do is list their monsters first. Just plop them in here. I think it would be easier if we go down than we go sideways, because then that's going to be annoying. Because if I go down, I can already just plop them in these zones. And then color code the monsters. Yeah, research is always fun. I like doing research. You got to do it when you're making something fun like this. Because for like Godzilla and Kong and Gamera, I'm very familiar with them. But for like Ultraman, Gorgo, well, Ultraman I know a little bit about, but like Gorgo, Zone Fighter, and Spectrum Man, I don't know much. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We will. Let me get this out of the way. We'll go down. We'll color code the monsters. So we'll just kind of swap these colors and we'll put them into columns. All right. So we'll do this. Kong, Gamera, Ultraman. Gorgo's the easiest one. Zone Fighter and Spectrum Man. Okay. So yeah, we'll get rid of these. Go in here, fill, reset. Okay. Godzilla, I think, needs to be blue because that makes sense. Blue. Kong should be green because he is a nature monster. Gamera, I feel, could be pink because a lot of his monsters are like experiments, I guess. Ultraman, red. Gorgo, this because it's just one him. It doesn't really matter. Zone Fighter, we'll go the darker blue. We'll go this blue. Actually, no, that blue's ugly. We'll go this one. And then Spectrum Man will go. We'll go orange. There we go. Okay, that works. All right, so we're gonna just plop these guys over here because obviously they are the main monsters we're focusing on here. Cool. Let's go ahead and just take a look at their wiki pages. Because that is what houses all of them. I already have Ultraman's up, so let's go ahead and start with his. And boy, oh howdy, there's a lot of characters here. And that's just for the Ultramen. Holy moly. And yeah, there's so many of them. We'll start with the Kaiju Encyclopedia first. We'll tackle the other one later. Okay, we have. Let's go ahead and we'll just plop him right here. Actually, we'll start with him. Alien, Barossa, V, Zagon. He is the first one we are taking a look-see at. But we can go ahead. Okay, let's read his profile. A rough, crude space pirate who adheres to the rule of plunder and targets treasures throughout the universe. It uses alien Zarub's cosmic language translator for communication with Earthlings. It shrinked Serato and Kosei with Dada's micronizer, traps them in a capsule aiming to plunder the Meto Kaiju. So, profile, he's a space pirate. Who is he fighting? Who's that? So he's one of like the remake characters with. I'm gonna duplicate this page here, because what hero is that? Ultra Heroes. Here we go. That looks like he's got that head. It's not Omega. It could be Omega. Who do we got? I guess it is Omega. The other ones are... Okay, so he's fighting Omega. Ultraman Omega. Yep, and then Serato. Okay. So he is from the show Ultraman Omega. Okay, so with that in mind, we will put Barossa here in the low chance category, because that all depends if I use Ultraman Omega. So let's go ahead and give him the color. And then we are going to Control C, Control V. He is the first one we got. I'll go ahead and delete that. Actually, we'll keep the color because we're going to be reusing all the Ultraman ones. Okay, there he is. I'm going to scoot you back. Alright, and then next kaiju we have Indomphila. An ancient slime mold kaiju formed an ancient slime Indomphila spewed from the body of Pagos, who was defeated by the NDF's prototype Anchu kaiju prototype. Armor-piercing shell, dang, that was a mouthful, covered and animated the lifeless corpse of the kaiju. Indomphila, moved with the slime tissue, can quickly reseal itself even when cut by the Omega Slugger. Furthermore, subjected to the beam attack, the slime tissue covering Indomphila's body absorbs the beams and retaliates with the beams, or releases slime tissue to try and engulf Omega. Okay, so he is part of the Omega one. So again, he is also going to depend if I do Ultraman Omega, which I might. It's all possibilities right now. Let's go ahead and plop him here. Low chance. Okay, next kaiju. We have King Alligatorios. Okay, that's an interesting one. It's kind of interesting looking. It looks like, I don't even know how to describe it, if an axolotl and a monitor lizard had a baby. An abyssal kaiju that can control its body temperature, change its size at its will. It achieves gigantic size through rapid heat generation from its internal heat organs. It has a luminous part on its head, which is blue but small, but glows red when it grows giant. Its body surface is covered in mucus, making it slippery, allowing it to avoid attacks. And it looks like it's another Omega kaiju. So, man, not a good start so far. Not a good start. All the things here are not going to be partial to this. Alligatorios. Alright, low chance. Alright, next kaiju. We have Zovaris. This is actually a pretty cool looking guy. I like him a lot. An annihilative Genesis being with the ability to emit brainwashing waves that can hijack and control the consciousness of kaijus. Okay, so what this is telling me is this one is a stronger threat. It can manifest extendable hook claws from both arms and generate a powerful barrier from its chest. Zovaris, a combat artificial life form created by the people of planet Genes, has a multi-faceted mission. It aims to defeat Omega, invade Earth, revive the extinct Genesian to establish a second Genesian homeland to restore Genis civilization. Information necessary for the arrival of Genesian is hidden within Zovaris' body. Okay, so he's a bigger threat and bigger lore component. So with that in mind, if I do Ultraman Omega, he is one of the more higher ups. And we'll go ahead and put him in medium chance because that relies on Ultraman Omega. So let's go ahead and add him here. And I do like the design of this character. He looks very cool. Alright. Next kaiju is going to be... What the heck is this guy? It looks like King K. Rool. His name is Eldigamera. I don't know. The Cell-Portification Kaiju with a second mouth at the tip of its tail, possessing the ability to acquire the characteristics of other kaijus by preying on them. That's really cool. It emerges from underground chasing Graham and has the second mouth at the tip of its tail, enlarges and swallow Graham. An organ resembling Graham's horn appears on its right shoulder, allowing it to emit high temperature rays. It changes its form and abilities according to the characteristics of the prey it consumes. That is pretty cool, and again, it looks like another Omega Kaiju, or yeah, Omega one. I would love to redesign this guy because it legit looks like King K. Rool, who's slimmed down and wearing football shoulder pads on him. So, but I like its concept. But again, we're facing this dilemma here. We're on the wrong Ultraman, so I'm gonna add him into medium chance because I like this guy's concept. To Gamera. Okay, he's in medium chance. And for those of you watching, you can go ahead and, if I say their name, just go ahead and look them up so you know who I'm talking about. Because all the Ultraman monsters are very, very interesting looking. Okay. Next we have Gidrago, or Girado. This guy looks like a rat pig looking thing. A reckless kaiju with a mole-like appearance and a robust skull connected to a horn on the back of its head. It fights Omega with headbutts and an attack that sends electrical discharges to the opponent it grabs by its hands. Originally docile, it's weak to light and usually lives quietly in deep underground burrows. Male Gidragos have protective horns above their eyes that females lack. These horns act as light-blocking shields, allowing males to be active on the surface for a short time. It's another Omega monster, it looks like. This one's interesting, to say the least. But, oh, that's where its eyes are? Ew. I'm going to put him in low chance. This seems like a very low on the board monster. And when we get through these, we'll kind of go through elimination rounds once I start figuring out what kind of story I want to tell and all that fun stuff. Ohebenishu is our next one. A serpent deity beast that grows from a juvenile to an adult by ingesting metals. Interesting. It has the characteristic of its eyes turning red when attacking. Its powerful blow from its whip-like tail is so forceful that it can scrape the ground. Really? That's insane. And if it coils around and constricts, it will completely immobilize its enemy. So this guy is just a giant snake. Again, another Ultra Omega enemy. Honestly, I'm liking the design of this guy, but it doesn't seem primarily fascinating. Because, okay, if I were to write a story with the characters we've been given so far, one of them would definitely be this dude right here, El de Gamera, consuming these ones. Why is his name listed twice? I'll fix that in a second. We missed someone. But, yeah, what I was saying is it would be him consuming these ones as smaller monsters and gaining the powers of them and the abilities to then become a bigger threat, which I could do. If I write about Ultraman Omega, that sounds like a decent storyline. Alright, so let's go ahead and write down this guy's name. Ohibinishi. And we'll put him in here. Why is your... Okay, who did I miss? Who did I overwrite? It was that one. Edo Mafila. Oh. Okay, there we go. Fixed. Alright. Ooh, I love the look of this kaiju. Therizirus, a laser claw kaiju which is transformed Therizinosaurus that lived in the Cretaceous period. This kaiju marks its territory by leaving scratch marks. It left several marks on buildings, essentially turning the city into a hunting ground. It possesses long, sharp claws and the ability to become invisible like optical camouflage. Wow, that's insane. Disappearing and delivering surprise attacks. Another Omega one. But this guy actually looks sick. Like, that's super cool. And if I were to compare up these two, that'd be insane. Alright, I'm liking it. You are going into medium chance. So it seems like now Omega is going to be part of this story, which, you know, is fine. I just have to figure out how they all mesh. Like, that's the hardest part about creating a verse. It's figuring out how things mesh. Alright, this guy looks stupid. His name is Pengunos. It legit looks like a penguin. Type his name here. Pengunos. If you want to look him up. A gravity-less kaiju with the ability to levitate using jet propulsion organs on its legs. Wow. And if you look at the kaiju, it's like on its thighs. It's not even like Gamera where he retracts, just blasts the ground. The gravity-less state created by the ejected freezing gas suppressed nuclear vibrations. It is not used for its own levitation, but also for attacks that confuse, overwhelm opponents by placing them in a gravity-less state. Another Omega kaiju. Oh my god, this thing looks so stupid. I think I am not going to touch this guy. This doesn't look like something I'm going to touch. No chance. Our first no chance monster. Sorry, Pengunos, you are not cool. Oh my god, speaking of not cool, the next guy, his name is Dugrid. He looks like, if you watch the movie Rango, you know that like toad they find when the hawk is chasing Rango? He looks like that toad. Super ugly. I'll write his name if you want to look him up real quick while I'm researching, talking about him. A poison sea lizard. He doesn't look like a lizard. He looks like an amphibian, but whatever. When provoked, it violently sprays a sulfuric acid-like venom from its back as a defense mechanism. Really, not from its massive mouth. It is characterized by its massive mouth, prefers damp and dark places, and dislikes dryness and light. Well, he's not a lizard. He's an amphibian. What are you talking about? Hasty attacks are not advisable, as damaging Drugrid's body will cause the venom to spray out like a mist. Interesting. Very interesting monster. The backside of him actually looks kind of cool, but his head, like from his front profile, it looks awful. Again, I think if we were to pair him up with this guy right here, it could be really cool, power-wise. So, because of that reason, we'll plop him here. Graham. This guy looks pretty interesting. He looks like a Digimon. A burning kaiju with large claws used to dig underground and horns on its head that release intense heat. It moves underground by digging using its sharp claws. When it hits solid bedrock, it releases heat beams from its horns to melt it. The sharp claws on both arms are usually folded back against the forearms, but they extend forward when digging or attacking. This guy actually looks pretty cool. Why are they all Omegas? I thought... Whatever. We'll get to them eventually. Yeah, this guy's pretty cool. I will put him in medium chance. But I feel like he needs a redesign because he legit just looks like a Digimon. Next we have Valganes. Valganes is the third Meteo Kaiju that Kosei obtains. Valganes has the power to control natural phenomena and attacks by manipulating elements such as fire, water, wind, and earth. It possesses an exponentially high level of energy, compared to the other Medio Kaiju. Similarly to the Reckonus armor and Trigaran armor, Valganus can transform into the Valganus armor, which Omega can equip and fight with. Valganus can also transform into a long spear-like weapon with an integrated axe and Valganus' halberd, becoming a source of power for Omega and allowing him to unleash various special moves during elements. So this is a customization option for Omega. Interesting. So if we were to do Omega, I guess this one would have to be in medium chance because of that. Let's go ahead and do that. Honestly, I'm not too impressed. If its whole identities just become sword, that's kind of underwhelming, but it can be used, I guess. This guy's cool. Trigaron. It looks like one of those dino wheels or whatever it's called. The second Medio Kaiju that Kosei Hashimura summons with especially high athletic ability. It excels in power and speed overall, showcasing its true potential through an aggressive fighting style. Its personality is as fierce as its movements, reflecting a rough and wild nature. Usually it resides in a figure-shaped gadget, sleep mode. When Kosei strongly desires the transformation, it holds up the Medio Kaiju. In its sleep mode, particles of light appear, transforming Trigaron into Kaiju mode, which allows it to become a giant Kaiju. So, Omega Ultraman here is just summoning Pokemon. That's what I'm getting out of these guys. Pokemon weapons. Or Digimon. Yeah, he's summoning Digimon here. Okay, so I guess, again, he has to go in here in medium chance because of that reason. And that's if we even do Omega. Which, I mean, at this point, I'm highly considering. This guy looks super cool. Reckinus. That doesn't sound right. The first Medio Kaiju that Kosei Hashimura obtains has the ability to move or stop things with psychokinesis. This ability can be used as an attack by levitating and throwing rocks. It's friendly in nature and has grown attached to Kosei. Okay, so we have a friendlier guy here. I like its design a lot. Usually it resides in a figure-shaped gadget. Sleep mode when Kosei strongly... Okay, it's the same as the other one. And it can operate for 10 minutes. So this guy's just straight up summoning Pokemon. Yeah, I guess same thing. He goes into medium chance. Okay. Dolph / Mugon. This guy looks weird. And he's not an Omega Kaiju, actually. It looks like he is an Ultraman Arc enemy. Yep. Cool. So we're expanding our Ultraman here. Yeah. Guess we'll just put that here. Dolph / Mugon. Okay. Mugon, a gentle-hearted kaiju among the typically fierce Dolph kaiju species, was named by a young man named Motokui Mugawa. When Motokui was a child, Mugon saved him, leading to a long-lasting bond between them. However, when Mugon slowly began to weaken, Motokui reached out to Skip for help. What does that even mean? Is that not him attacking him? Is him comforting him? At least this character is vibrant. I like that. But this would rely on Arc Ultraman, so we'll put him so far in low chance. Because I also do not mess with that design. That design's pretty bad. But here is an interesting one. I am liking this guy. Swede. Sounds like an Avengers villain. The trusted confidant of Zizu transforms into a monstrous and large alien form in a creepy metamorphosis, declaring herself to be the Zizu Gate. She challenges Arc to a final battle. With overwhelming combat ability, she fires a continuous barrage of Swede light bullets Wow, she's just armed with cannons. Using wrestling and aerial techniques, she was able to go against Ark in a fast-paced battle. She's also a skilled kicker. This is just describing her abilities. Honestly, she's hella sick. And she's the first alien we have on here besides the first character we did. For her to be... It looks like she is a higher antagonist to Ark. So we'll put her in medium chance here. So it looks like I'm going to be putting Omega and Ark in high chance. Alright, next. What are you? What is this? We have Gil-Ibaku. Why does it look like that? A dream beast with the power to control dreams. It has a crystalline organ on its chest known as the Gilpura crystal, and emits dream beams from multiple red tentacles that emerge as it spreads its wing-like ears. Under Sweet's control, okay, so this is Sweet's monster here. It attempts to sever the bond between Yuma and Ark in a dream, asserting that the existence of the Ark kaiju and aliens were all merely a figment of Yuma's imagination. With the redesign, I feel like I can make this guy work. Gilabaku's arms are held against his chest. I do not like the way it looks, but I'd say this guy would be a low chance. Because of that association. Okay. This guy looks really cool. Trigelos, a galactic beast that suddenly appears from an ominous light in the skies of Hoshitomoto City. It appears similar to that of Digalos, so it's first mistaken for it. However, its three horns come into sight. It becomes clear that this is him. It doesn't move, just seems to be floating in place, reacting to Yuma. It descends to the ground, its horns start to reverb, releasing sound waves in response. Wait, what? Solely to defeat Ultraman Ark, countering every attack with precisions. Ark's unarmed attacks blocked. So this guy's like a weapon to defeat Ark. I like that. We'll put him in a medium chance here. This is going to be like, if I were to do the Ultraman, I'd probably have a solo big thing for Ultraman and then do what James Gunn is doing with the Lanterns. You have like all of them in one of them. So that'll be that idea, I guess. Okay. Next up, we have... I do not like this at all. The Pillar. What a terrible looking dude. This is definitely a filler one. The man in the white mask refers to a deep bowel-shaped object as the Pillar. It's said to be a remnant of the paradise that once existed on Earth and can only be seen by those who know of its existence. The Pillar has the ability to absorb anxieties of the heart like fear, suffering. The man in the white mask attempts to create the perfect paradise using the Pillar. So this seems like how Gibalaku works by being attached to the villain. So I guess we'll have to put it here. Okay. Next we have the man in the white mask. A man that has relinquished his name and face in order to actualize his dream of creating the perfect paradise. After years of research on paradise and human history and how to create a society free of anxiety and suffering, he discovered the Pillar and the white mask from excavations that hold the answer. The Pillar is said to be a remnant. Yeah, we just read that. He concluded the greatest anxiety as humans were kaiju. However, instead of directly eliminating the kaiju themselves, his plans to erase various memories related to the kaiju until he ultimately eradicates the very fact that kaiju existed. He successfully erases kaiju-related memories until he comes across something beyond Pillar's power, Yuma and Ultraman arc. He comes into contact with Yuma to continue his creation of the perfect paradise. Interesting. I kind of like his ordeal here. He seems like a pretty cool antagonist. Next we have Gomez. SP, whatever that means. Gomez SP. A kaiju that unexpectedly appears on Mount Ratsuno, whose physical appearance is identified as Gomez, the ancient kaiju, but larger than the previous documented forms. Known as a carnivore, Gomez would typically descend to the mountain's base in search of prey. As a summit lacks significant animal life, yet contrary to the expectations, it begins to ascending the mountain. Okay, so another... Why is that how he flies? He just kind of floats. Okay, so he seems like the generic first type kaiju. So with that being said, he will go here. So far we don't have any high chance characters. Oh. Control C, Control V, there we go. Let's expand that. Okay. And we also don't have any definitive I want these guys in this story monsters yet. What am I looking at? Helnarak. Alright, you're next. An infernal dark shogun beast that sends the ghost kaiju eggs through a dimensional rift. Helnarak splits his body into two vertical parts, releasing the ghost kaiju before shooting mysterious beams from its eyes. Shadow World. Helnarak lurks within this world, which lies between this and the next, commanding all ghost kaiju. It entraps the souls of dead kaiju and the remaining emotions into one egg and sends them into distrust. It's core of its body. Wow, that's a cool picture. Helnarak gradually created more ghost kaiju eggs. There's a healing way to frame stand its way. This is one interesting concept. I don't plan on adding an underworld. So this guy would just be completely worthless. So let's go ahead and add him in no chance. We are not going to bother. He's not even going to be considered for an elimination. Next we have Zandime. Or Zadime. This galactic beast tears through space and shows up like in a mirage. This beast is controlled by Swede. Okay, so another Swede monster who aims to unlock the seal of Onyx with Zadime's power. It releases a massive tesseract. Okay, so wow. Additionally, it can emit beams from both hands and the multiple protrusions on its back, capable of absorbing and neutralizing attacks. This thing looks like a Wall-E, if Wall-E was a monster. The tail can create dimensional rift. Wow, what are these monsters this man is fighting? He's fighting like dimensions. We can add him to low chance because he's partnered with Swede. And if we do that idea here, yeah, put him there. Okay, who's next? We have Givas. This guy looks sick. He looks like a Power Ranger. A type of machinery. Oh, let's add his name. Alright, a type of machinery descending from outer space that runs autonomously on some type of program. Just some type of program. As Okoguli and Ultraman Arc are fighting on ground, a defending roar erupts appears in the sky. This is GVS after recurring phase from the mysterious melody it plays when GVS' upper body rotates 180 degrees, enters grapple mode with a large grapple mounted on its back. What is happening with this monster? Wow, it has a long description. So it seems like this guy... Who sent it? Built by Planet Meguma. Okay, I don't think I would use him. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put the page over here for you guys so you can see what I'm looking at. I think that's fair. Okay. Because I'm not using the Google Doc. Are you able to see this? Yeah, you can. Okay. So yeah, I don't think I'll use this guy. He's cool, don't get me wrong. But like... I don't see a good use for him. I'll put him in low chance for right now. Because there's possibility, that's for sure. But, I don't know, it just doesn't seem useful. Like, I don't see myself really using him. I could. What is this guy? Internet Kanekon. Okay. Internet Kanekon. The virtual kaiju without a physical form who continuously... What is he doing? Turns within Hoshi after versus... Is it just a mascot? What am I... What? CEO of Hoshi play. Skip attempts to isolate. Leadership, cheap data. I don't see a future with this monster. We are not gonna bother with it. Unless that company's name comes up again and is like a threat, I don't care. Homger. This guy's pretty cool looking. I like him. Homger. This scorching kaiju that emerges in Hishimoto City amidst severe heat wave with temperatures soaring above for consecutive days. Stands on two legs during combat and attacks with the claws on its forelimbs. I like this thing. This thing looks really cool. And it's strong. Oh, I don't like the way it walks. But it is cool. I like it a lot. Like I said, I think the way to go about the Ultramen would be to do a side, like, episodic series, and he would actually fit very perfectly within that thing. So we'll put him in medium chance. And I think that's how we'll tackle it. Because that's the ideas this is giving me. What are you? Why do you look depressed? Alien Croco. By four eyes and a large beak, their society is heavily dependent on mushrooms for both food and fuel, which drives them to consistently seek out and develop new species, collecting various types of mushrooms from different planets. 16 years ago, Alien Croco visited Earth from the Champine Galaxy, and along with its companions engaged in mushroom gathering at Mount Shiro in Hishimoto City. Struck by K-Day when Monogelos from space came to Hishimoto City, received an urgent message from its companions to evacuate Earth. It got lost and failed to escape in time, leaving it stranded alone on the planet. After wandering through the mountains for several days, it eventually stumbled upon an old Alien Coco has been secretly building small spaceship-powered mushroom spores using the most discarded junk as parts. About just as it was discovered by Skip, who were investigating mysterious earthquakes. They had signs and gestures used by Alien Croco carry the meaning of thank you. So this is a sweet little guy. I definitely think if we do that show, this can be like a nice little Easter egg of a character. So we'll put her here. And we'll come back to visit this when we like actually do like a thing here. And what is this guy? It looks like the other one. Satan creature. You are Livy Gira. Livy Gira. There we go. This beast emerging from... Why are they all coming from mountains? It spouts salt from a blowhole. What? Opens its enormous mouth filled with sharp teeth that bites its enemies and drags them underwater. Everything manages to escape from the massive jobs, swims around, releasing large amounts of salt from a blowhole, creating white haze in the water, which obstructs the enemies. Kaiju fossils also has skeletal similarities to the ancient whale called Leviathan, Malevial, which exists 20 million years ago, led into the name of the creature, Gira. So is this thing in water or underground? That's a pretty cool image, but I do not see a future with this kaiju. I don't see it. Into no chance you go. I'm not going to bother with this kaiju. It's kind of interesting, but not interesting enough to where I would take my time to make something cool out of it. Nezutron. What are you? Nezutron. A new breed of rat which possesses electrical bacteria. Oh my god. Nezutron. Grows to human size, turns violent after receiving electric stimulation, hiding out in the research pavilion. Whoa. Cover scales. Yeah, I don't see a future with you, Nezutron. Sorry. We have Digelos, who was the other one the thing was talking about. Gelos, but whereas this is two. Where did I put him? Yeah, there he is. So this guy will also have to be in. Well, this is a quick one. Digelos. Quick, nice and easier here. Okay. Leodo. This looks like a Pokemon. The ancient kaiju emerged from a forest that is being developed in a huge commodinium. A creature named Leodo caused a famine. Wow. And the palette made from 80 kinds of herbs, so we can drop to this thing. Oh my god, that's brutal. He's grabbing him by his nose. That's funny. I don't really see anything to do with this guy. I don't see it. It's kind of cool looking. Like there's thought put into its design, but not for me. I'm not gonna bother. He's going into no chance. That's kind of what I would expect from a lot of Ultraman monsters, because there's so many of them. I won't bother. Shaghong. Oh my god. Armored shell kaiju lives on the ground. It sometimes appears above ground. Tendency appears at a different time. Uzi. This guy's actually got some he actually has some abilities to him. I'll put him in low chance because I admire the design. It's kind of cool. Check on. So far, no one is concrete. But we're not even. These are all like. These aren't even the main Ultraman ones. I like this one though. This is a parasite. And I think exploring this could be really, really cool, regardless of the Ultraman story. So this is going to be our first high chance kaiju. It's not even a kaiju, it's just a parasite. In you go. I like it a lot. That would be really fun. What are you? What am I looking at? What? That's the eye, and then... Okay. Wait, no, it's a horn. Okay. But from what this was talking about, it belongs to Trigelos and Dieglos. So I guess it has to go in medium chance here just by default because of that. Which in turn is lowering all three of their chances. Mecha Gigantron. This is from the new one. I actually really like what they did with this character. But would I use it again in a story? Honestly, Gigantron is a really cool monster. But I have really big mixed feelings on it because it was just used. And it's special in the way like it was made for that movie. It's not like an old kaiju. Plus, it also has heavy ties with Emmy, which I don't want to use. I'll put it in low chance. Yeah, I'll put it in low chance because I could use it, but I don't see any real reason to use it yet, at the very least. Same goes for Gigantron. I'll put her in here. Queen of the Kaiju. Huh. Gigantron. There we go. Delete that. Okay. And then, yeah, Emmy we are not going to use ever. I do not care. Even if she is just a baby, we're not going to use her. Alright, here we go. Here's some older kaiju. Okay. Gongigan is a demonic carcass kaiju that emerges when Dumont ducks into a nano machine that interferes with the cells went out of control. It fused with absorbed theory kaiju genes. I could pair him up with the Uzi here. That would make some interesting sense. We'll put him in medium chance. I like the idea. I think you're the same thing. No, you're not. You're just a bomb shooting kaiju. Farallon. Who are you? Who do you fight? Who's this? Looks like Ace. I wish you'd tell me who they fight. Oh, to Blazer? Who's Blazer? Oh, I see. Yeah, we're in the next set of characters. Okay, so Ultraman Blazer's who they fight. Okay. Yeah, you're cool. I like you. Yeah, I will put you here. Your design speaks for yourself. Same with this guy. Oh my god. This thing is sick. I like it a lot. So, are you small? No, you're big. You start small and then you get big. Okay, okay. I kind of like you. I'll put you in medium chance. Again, it's literally because these are not the main Ultraman monsters. These are all the sub-Ultramen. And, I don't know if I want to... Well, I know I have the ideas to do things with them, but... I don't know. They just seem... not worth it. What are you? What is this? Brood Gabalga. What do you fight? What are you fighting, Blazer? What the heck? Directly from communication facility once polluted the network. Lurgo. That's cool, but whoa, what the hell? Why is that? That's sick. No way they went all out for that. They pull no punches when it comes to you. I like you. All right, you're going. I don't want to put you in high chance. Well, you're going here. Oops. There we go. Again, like we'll come back to all these later. Irugo, you're kind of cool. Erect from the ground and hideous serpent like swaying really without showing its entire body. So it's like a worm. It's literally Wiglet. I will put you in low chance because I like the design, and having more snake-like kaiju is always really cool. Irugo. So I'm going to put you in here. Oops. I'm going to do this. There we go. Zane Gill. What the heck? A master swordsman who visited Earth to help the wandering souls of kaiju. He defeated many kaijus in the past, but one day he met an incredible swordmaster and lost the duel. He changed his way. Since then, he's been on a mission to use his crystal to spirit like form invisible souls to destroy his wandering kaiju in order to guide them to enlightenment. He wants to bring peace to 108 souls. That is super specific. Before it starts as invisible human form, form is visible. Okay, you seem pretty cool. I like your eeriness. You have some cool lore I can definitely play with. So we will go ahead and put you into medium. Luckily, we do have some in here because that narrows things down. Bogusian. A kaiju with a first nature. Oh, so it's an alpha. However, when food scarcity comes to the surface, okay. I don't know about this guy. I mean, he's kind of cool. Oh, his arms do that. He's kind of cool. So it's kind of like an alpha predator. I don't know. I don't know about this guy. We'll put him in low chance because I mean it's kind of cool, but Guzian. I don't know. I'm not feeling this guy, but there is possibility, which is why he's going there. What is this? Someone took a stuffed animal dolphin and threw it on the ground. Doodles under what? This guy's so weird it made me allergic to him. Uh, I am not feeling this kaiju at all. It's a bad guy. It's not even like a cute little. You know what? This could give me an idea to make it like a little cute little dude. I just have to figure out like what to do with it. See, this is why I need to live stream and speak my mind, so that way I can like think out loud and hear myself. Because if I was just looking at this, I would have skipped right over it. But I kind of like that idea, because if I were to do that like multi-episodic thing with the Ultra Men, he can definitely be like a cute little dude that's there. I'll put him in low chance because I'm still like not 100% sure, and that's just an idea, not like, oh, I know what to do with you if I were to use you. So yeah, you'll go there. Wow, you are cool. I am liking you a lot. So that's points for design. Eerie Sonic Boom. Who do you fight? I'm assuming you fight Blazer. Space Kaiju, Bizonga, and Belga. Ultraman. Yeah, you fight Blazer. He's cool. I like him. We'll put him in a medium. I think I should just create like Ultraman, Blazer, Arc, and Omega, so that way it can easier separate these guys, but whatever. Next. Didn't we already do this guy? Belga. He's a space kaiju, which we honestly need. I don't know. I'm not liking the design of this thing. We'll put him in low chance. We'll come back to him. Goodbye. Baby Tamaga. Okay. You're cute. What the heck? Oh. Where's regular Tamaga? Or just the regular one just die and we're just left with you. We'll put regular one, because baby or not, it doesn't even matter. Alright, so Control C, we'll put you low chance. Because you're just a generic kaiju, which is sad to say, but that's what you are. I don't like you. We are not going to use you. I am not a fan. Not gonna bother. Not even gonna read it. You could have some important lore. I'm not gonna care. You are awesome looking. What? How do I pronounce your name? It's a legendary kaiju that people worship since ancient times. A snake god. Another Blazer enemy. He's cool. Don't get me wrong. Even though my boy inspired me, it sounds like a sword. I don't know. I don't know about this guy. We can put him in low chance just to give him a chance. But he seems unnecessary. We'll come back to him. Because we still haven't even found like a year in kaiju yet. We found some. We're not going to bother kaiju, which is super good. What is this? This just looks like a dude in a costume. Well, that is what it is, but like, you know what I mean. It's worse. Cold beetle-like face who shoots the aurora beam. Negative emotions in machines and manipulate them. The Canaan aliens plan to launch a worldwide uprising. Because it's an alien, I want to put it in medium chance. Because we are going to need a lot of them. Because I have fun ideas for aliens. So we'll go ahead and put him... I guess we'll say his name too, Herbie. We'll put him in medium chance. Okay. Next. Dorgo. What are you? Yeah, again, it's another Digimon. I am... okay. I don't think... I am not going to mess with you. You do not seem like you are worth my time. Sorry, Dorgo. You are gone. What are you? What the heck? Huh. I wouldn't mind playing with you. That's cool. Livaria. I will put you in low chance. We can come back to you. I like this guy that... Wait, you're not the one I'm thinking of. I do like him, though. I do. We'll put him in low chance. Another thing, too, is I'm planning on creating my own original monsters. So doing the research is helping me decide, like, what makes an Ultraman monster, or what makes a Godzilla monster, stuff like that. This guy's cool. Gytos. I like him a lot. This guy's really cool. And more Blazer monsters. So, Gytos. I'll put him in medium chance. I like him a lot. He's cool. Bazanga. Wow. What are you? You're sick looking. That's what you are. Landed on Earth. I think you are going to be a high chance kaiju. Like, if we do that Ultraman show, he would definitely be one I would want to put in that. So in here you go. Cool. It's almost 1 o'clock. I need to go get ready for work. So we're going to end here. But, wow, we're not even halfway through. We'll come back to it. And I do a fishy type of Godzilla. What do you mean, like make Godzilla more aquatic? Because a more fishy type of Godzilla would just be Titanosaurus. Because these are just all the Ultraman monsters. I mean, I could. Yeah, I like the idea. But there's already like a ton of them in here. And I might pick up the stream tomorrow just to get more out of the way. Because I think streaming my creative processes here, as long as it's not like a spoiler, would be pretty fun. Because it also helps me just get that stuff out of the way. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll start streaming more of my my creative processes. And thanks for watching the stream. I got to get ready for work. Have a good day, everyone else.